Coverage at 11 starts now.
Well, the calendar may say March 21st, but Mother Nature doesn't appear to care.
Not at all. In fact, we're going to get walloped by another winter blast. For the latest, we get right to Stephanie Mead, who has a look at our forecast. She says we're expecting more snow, and it could be an all-day event. But when does it all begin? Let's get to Stephanie with a look at our forecast.
Yeah, for sure. So we do see kind of a busy day tomorrow. Widespread snow showers for us here from start to finish. But once we bypass Friday, we should see improving conditions. Right now, temperatures are in the low 30s for a lot of spots. We topped out at 38 degrees today, the average at 48. So we are well below the seasonal high, and we have since slipped a degree since we last checked in. 24 in Ludington, 29 degrees in Detroit right now, Marquette at 19. So it most certainly is cold the further north you go. We have widespread winter weather advisories from southeast Michigan all the way up into northern Montana. So everybody here seeing kind of this widespread snow. It's extending into parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then down into southern parts of Michigan. Otherwise, winter weather advisory starts early tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock for all these counties that are in purple. Does not include Wayne County and areas south, but that does not mean they won't get any snow either. In fact, they do seem to have some accumulation, just looking a bit more minor than other spots. Snow starts at around 7 o'clock in the morning. Looks to stick with us through the day. We could see some periods of dry time, but we will see that steady snow from time to time, which is going to give us some hefty snowfall accumulation for a lot of spots. We could see upwards of around 2 to 3 inches up near northern Oakland County, northern Livingston County, parts of St. Clair, northern Macomb County. Areas seeing around 4 to 7 is going to be in central parts of the state, and around 1 to 2 inches closer to the metro area. Temperatures tonight will bottom out in the upper 20s. We will warm into the upper 30s tomorrow. Anticipate seeing snow showers anytime tomorrow, pretty much from start to finish. A lot of the snow shower activity should wrap up a bit closer to midnight. Around 1 to 3 inches of accumulation pretty much across southeast Michigan. It looks to be the case for a lot of us here. Wind conditions slightly breezy, but nothing too over the top there. Friday, temperatures will top out in the upper 30s. We should be in the low 40s heading into this upcoming weekend. And as we look ahead towards early next week, temps will be in the mid to upper 50s with our next chance of rain arriving on Tuesday. Don't forget, you can always get the latest forecast by checking the Fox 2 weather app. Download it for free in the App Store or Google Play. Rup and Taryn.
All right, good stuff. Thank you. Well, a big day for college basketball in the state of Michigan. Michigan State beats Mississippi State to advance in the NCAA tournament. Woody Woodruff will have those highlights later in the Sports Edge.
Well, the biggest surprise of all, though, Oakland University shocking everyone by beating number 3 Kentucky and advancing to the second round of the tournament for the first time in the school's history.
That's amazing. NCAA rules don't allow us to show the highlights just yet, but Fox 2's Lauren Edwards has reaction from the campus of Oakland University.
Tournament, but the party is here in Rochester. Just look at these Oakland University fans. They've been like this the entire game. Oakland University sending Kentucky and the Wildcats home. How excited are you, Jane? I know you're thrilled.
I'm over the moon. This is an amazing experience. Being a grad student working for your school, it's a great feeling.
And did you expect this to happen for Oakland to beat Kentucky?
No, ma'am.
It's fair to say that some of the best basketball in Michigan is here in Rochester, Oakland University. And these guys, I can't even describe them. Again, so much going on. I'm Lauren Edwards for The Edge.
Yeah, congratulations to OU. Another big story on the sports front tonight. Cornerback Cam Sutton of the Lions, well, his career is over with them. Detroit cut the starting defender following serious criminal charges out of Florida. The 29-year-old is currently considered a fugitive, wanted for strangling a woman earlier this month. He hasn't been seen or heard from in 2 weeks. Sutton had signed a $33 million contract with the Lions 1 year ago.
Michigan football's defensive line coach has resigned from his position. This decision comes almost a week after Greg Scruggs was arrested for drunk driving. Police say they pulled Scruggs over around 3 a.m. on Saturday and discovered his blood alcohol was double the legal limit. The university suspended Scruggs the same day.
All new tonight, it's a story we've been reporting on too frequently recently. A woman is charged with killing a toddler.
Yeah, she was watching the 3-year-old girl for her friend when things took a violent turn. Fox News' Jessica Duback is joining us live. And Jessica, as we can imagine, some of these details of this case just disturbing.
Really hard to believe. They say that this was a woman, a family friend, a babysitter that we trusted. We're talking about 3-year-old Harmony Henderson. She has autism and actually cannot speak. She was with that babysitter last weekend on Sunday when she was allegedly doused with scalding water, and then the babysitter took her head and smashed it in the bathtub.
I didn't cry so much. I don't even know if there's no more tears left in there.
They trusted their family friend, 30-year-old Aisha Harris, who would babysit little Harmony Henderson often.
I would never in a million years thought she would do this to my baby.
This week, Marquise Henderson had to read his daughter's autopsy report.
Blunt force trauma. Blunt force trauma. A 3-year-old autistic baby.
Harmony had autism and could not speak. She was doused with scalding water on her face and head. Then her head was smashed into the side of the bathtub, allegedly by Harris, who Detroit police say confessed to the crime.
Okay, even if you think you trust the person, you can't.
Mom, Paris England, left Harmony with Harris Sunday at her home on Detroit's west side. Harris apparently locked Harmony and her own 1-year-old in a bedroom so she could smoke weed with a friend for 3 hours. Harmony threw up on herself, enraging Harris, leading to the horrific abuse in a bathtub. When Paris video called afterwards to check in, Harmony was still alive. Harris said she fell down a stair and bumped her head.
From my knowledge, it was just a fall down the stairs that she just missed her step, and that's all it was. She told me everything was okay, and that was it. Like, I sent her through the video chat. She was okay.
But when Paris got there the next morning, Harmony was in bed motionless.
Yeah, she was already dead from the moment I got there. Yeah, she was gone.
They say she died sometime overnight. 911 was never called. Harris, charged in court with murder, remanded to custody Thursday, the same day of Harmony's viewing.
Like, the way this sun is shining on me now, I feel like that's my baby. She with me. She letting, it's gonna be okay.
Harmony's funeral is tomorrow. Now, we know this is not a uniquely Detroit problem, but we did talk to Detroit police to get some statistics on child abuse. We're told so far this year, since the first of the year, their child abuse unit has received 420 reports of child abuse that they're investigating. And last year, in 2023, they had about 2,400 reports of child abuse. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
You know, Jessica, we said disturbing, but I don't think there's words to describe what that poor child has had to go through. And, you know, it's one way to look at when parents have to work. They have to get a babysitter. They trusted this woman because she was a friend, but sometimes... you know, you have to go through those proper channels, maybe trying to do background checks, seeing if there's any sort of a violent history. And now there are some online programs now that they have that. I mean, you know, there's a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda, but in this case, it seems like there was just no way to be able to know.
Yeah, absolutely. And the woman that we're talking about here, who is in custody, remanded to jail, she didn't have any prior criminal history at all. The baby had stayed with her multiple times. It sounds like maybe she just snapped, but really no excuse for what went on.
No excuse. All right, Jessica, thank you.
It's been bad, and I don't want nobody to ever experience what we're going through.
A man accused of kidnapping and killing his girlfriend's 2-year-old daughter pleads guilty to federal charges. You may remember this case. It was July of last year when an Amber Alert was issued for 2-year-old Winter Cole Smith. Rashad Trice was charged with taking her from her Lansing home. She was later found dead in Detroit. Trice was charged at both the state and federal level. His guilty plea spares the family from having to hear details during a trial. Well, a man accused of killing his 4 kids by driving his car into the Detroit River 35 years ago is hoping for a chance for freedom.
Yeah, Lawerence is making his case for clemency to the parole board. One of the most shocking revelations to come out of today's hearing came from a letter from his now ex-wife. She wrote prior to her kids' deaths, Delisle tried to kill her and their firstborn by blowing up the house while they slept. She also claimed that she initially believed her husband's story about his leg cramping, causing the car to accelerate into the river because her husband abused and controlled her. Today, Fox 2's Charlie Langton spoke to the judge who convicted Delisle decades ago.
Do you think he's guilty? Absolutely. I have no doubt in my mind that he's guilty. Should he be given clemency or commuted his sentence? No, he should not. And He is basically a mass murderer.
The parole board will give a recommendation based on the presentation of today's hearing. Now, Governor Whitmer will have the final say as to whether Delisle will be set free.
Timothy John Kildy has been charged with 16 counts. Count 1 is felony murder.
The nephew of Michigan Congressman Dan Kildy arraigned from his hospital bed on 16 charges related to the shooting death of his father. 27-year-old Timothy John Kildy facing felony firearm, armed robbery, and carjacking-related charges. Prosecutors say he shot and killed his father, also named Timothy, at his Flint area home Tuesday morning. He then drove away in his father's truck before crashing. He was denied bond.
More trouble for the Oxford High School shooter. He and another teen cited for fighting behind bars. It's his second fight this year. It happened Tuesday night inside the Thumb Correctional Facility in Lapeer. Staff members quickly got the situation under control before anyone was seriously hurt. He and the other teen now face potential sanctions.